Hello everyone. Welcome back to the second run of Games on Fast Forward. Well, I guess I should say welcome to the second run of Games on Fast Forward. Um, we have Shantae Half-Genie Hero ran by running run ran. I'm not sure. I can't English, but Yokai fan running Shantae Half-Genie Hero by us. Hello.
Hello. Since this run is pretty long, it's not as long as Hollow Knight, I'm gonna have some help with commentary by the wonderful Temmie.
Hello, I'm so happy to be here.
Yes.
This is great.
Oh yeah, I do want to mention we do have a donation incentive actually of $10. It's the Risky Boots Hardcore mode. Can you explain the donation incentive? Like what you're gonna do?
So in this game there are boss fights, as most games go. Risky Boots is the final boss fight of the game, and in hardcore mode the difficulty exponentially goes up around 4 times. It's ridiculous. The boss deals like 16 damage at max with half damage. It's not a joke at all.
Yeah, so if you want to see Yokai struggle through, you can donate $10 total. So we'll have to see it go up to $31.90. But yeah. Yeah, just whenever you're ready, give me a countdown and we'll start.
3, 2, 1, go!
And we're off.
Yeah. Okay, so in the start here, there's a few things to mention about this run. So, walking speed is set. There is no way to change the walking speed while you're as Shantae. And this run contains a lot of backtracking. So this game has 5 levels, I think. Is that right?
5 levels. Yes, 5 levels.
Yeah. And you repeat those levels to come back for collectibles that are used for side quests that are used to progress. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Just like Hollow Knight, this game is a Metroidvania, but it's a lot more linear.
Gotcha.
yes. Funny thing here is you can't actually take any damage. You can just run.
Fortunately, all the bats are kind of stupid. In their bloodlust to try and hit you, they do all just go into the fire.
Hmm. So I'm guessing that's like introducing us to like the save mechanic.
Yes, that is the save mechanic. Every time you enter a level or a sub-chapter in a level, you get a save.
Hmm.
And if you die, you go back to that save. So dying in this game is a hassle.
This game is very punishing. If you ever fall into the void or touch spikes or anything like that, you will get sent straight back to the start of the room. And some of these rooms are like 5 minutes long.
Dang.
Yeah. So right now, just collecting the magnet to give it to your uncle who wants to build this machine. He doesn't tell us what he wants it to be. It's a dynamo. If there are any mechanics watching, I don't know what a dynamo is personally. But essentially, he wants us to go get him some stuff, and then we come back and we give him the stuff, and that's how the story progresses.
Hmm.
So there was a pirate invasion on the nearby town, and we are gonna go help them.
Hmm. So that's the story.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. I do highly recommend playing this game. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah, there's much more to the story than I make it sound. I've played the game specifically to be able to commentate this, and I enjoyed every second of it.
That is some dedication right there.
The music in this game slaps.
Yeah, I can tell. Very cool music, just right off the bat.
Thank you, Taylor.
Taylor Swift. Wrong
No.
Taylor.
Well, I mean, if that should be his speedrunner name.
Taylor Swift. I think that's already a different name.
Anyways, as you'll notice, I am jumping over these cannonballs. Usually you're supposed to damage them, but they each require 8 hits, and with my current whipping speed of my hair, that takes a long time. So it's just better to jump over them.
It is quite tight though, it's like a 5-frame.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm surprised I hit that last one. That last one is very difficult to time.
Essentially
I think
no
I'm-
indicator to when to press it.
Yeah.
So here we get introduced to cycles. Essentially, if you've ever played a video game, you probably know what cycles are, but for those who don't, a cycle is essentially a timer that runs, which indicates when some platforms get to specific places. So if there's like moving platforms, that is cycles. Like here, Yokai unfortunately missed the cycle, but then she got the secondary cycle, which is like a backup. Cycles start every sub-chapter. So whenever you enter like this fire area, the timer starts going.
Yeah, we're already
Meaning
on to our first
every
boss.
small mistake. Yeah. No wait.
Sorry that I was interrupting you.
It's the Tinker Slug. Specifically,
Oh no.
the part omni-organic, part chili titanic, ocean optional Tinker Slug. That is the full name.
That was really unfortunate. I just hit the bomb the wrong
Yeah.
way. That's lost
So-
me like 30 seconds, but it's fine.
Yeah,
1,
not that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So what Yokai does here is count to 7 to be able to time the bell, because if you press it too early, you have a bit of a cooldown before you can press it again, and you have to wait a certain amount of time before the bomb arrives,
7.
which you need to throw at the Tinker Slug to make him vulnerable.
And that should be it. Nice.
Wow.
Incredible.
One other important thing to note that we're going to get into very shortly is after the first time you clear each stage, you will get a new transformation. Transformations allow you to do different acts like go underwater or break walls. But the first one is the lifeblood of any speedrun of this game.
Yeah. So it is the monkey, and essentially, the monkey is incredible. It lets you move faster. It lets you climb walls, and in a bit you'll see you can also have a dash with it. That you can Hadouken off walls. It is incredible. Without the monkey,
So
this
much
run would be.
faster that even though transforming takes time, it's worth it every opportunity to waste that bit of time just so you can get into monkey.
Yeah, it's like I think 50% faster.
Yes. Around that.
And this girl gives Mermaid Falls map, which we'll need later.
Mhm.
Not right now.
Unfortunately, I didn't get 130 gems, but that's fine. We can just go in and out of the museum. We're going to be doing this a bit later. But we can just go in and out of the museum, and all the gem jugs will reset.
Yes, this run is very, very RNG based in the sense that you need a specific amount of money, otherwise you will need to grind for that money.
Honey grinding is kind of the lifeblood of max percent speedrunning, which is what I used to do. But it also does help with making consistent any percent routes.
So now, we unlock the Mermaid Falls, but instead we go immediately back into the first stage to get a vital upgrade. So you'll see just the difference between the first time around and the second with the monkey.
Hard. Welcome in, Ivy. Thank you for checking me out. The run's going all right.
Now, about the starfish here, it is very punishing if you get hit by them, because they slow you down. They like stick to you and slow you down.
Hmm.
So if you get hit by one of them, it is very bad.
We do a nice little skip here. Yeah, so what we're gonna do... Ah, damn it.
Ooh, that's not
Didn't
good.
turn
Looks
around in
like.
time. It's fine. All it does is it prevents you from jumping high with Monkey. We just need to jump a couple of times and it'll shake him off.
All right.
Alright, so you
you
remember the cycles earlier? I'm gonna do a bit faster here.
Yeah, you can essentially skip the cycles.
And instead of going down, we're gonna go up here.
And this is the reason we came back mostly. And also one more thing, but this is the main reason. So now the monkey can Hadouken. Here you need to kill 30 pirates to help this chef
Mm-hmm.
get her restaurant permit back from these guys. They like stole it. It's kind of sad.
Wow.
Imagine working as a chef for 30 years and having these guys.
Gonna wait, grab this one on the left here. That saves about a second.
Hmm.
And since I don't want this run to be entirely RNG dependent, we're just gonna slip through this little crack in the wall, and we're gonna grab a health upgrade.
Nice. Very good insurance for any marathon run, honestly.
Obviously in any percent, people normally skip the heart holders.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give the chef the health permit, and we get some lovely salted caramel.
Nice.
Yoka actually devised the route specifically for this marathon to be more safe. Now hopping on to Mermaid Falls. Remember this level, it's gonna come back a lot.
Yeah.
So the reason we come here is like there's this Baron, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Who took all of the girls and turned them into mermaids.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah. So we gotta find him and why he did it, and save them.
That's the first sub checkpoint.
Yes, that was a cool trick there with the monkey bullet. Skipped like half the
One of the main
section.
reasons that we go there first. 2, 3, 4, 5, bump.
Now here, the gators are actually a very important part. You cannot skip them due to a later quest that requires 2 gator stakes. And also, except for just it being for the quest, they are very useful because they give you safety. So you can eat them at any point to get HP back.
Yeah, with the amount of health that we get in this run, they are a max heal. Makes it very useful.
I see.
Usually they're not, but
Yeah, usually they heal about half of a full health bar.
Also, I can see this like factory of girls being turned into mermaids. The assembly line.
oh yeah. This game is great. Also, one more tech that Yokai does with the monkey bullet is she can use it to destroy urns without getting freeze frames. Because usually when you attack as Shantae, you have a few frames where you cannot move and you're frozen. But with the monkey bullets, you don't have that. So that's another good reason. Now
it's
the
also
batch.
same reason. Sorry, it's also the same reason why I picked up the spike ball, or the pike ball in this case, because you are able to activate it immediately with no lag frames.
Yes. Now, a bit glossed over that, but you got the bat dance, which is the transformation that makes you into a bat. That is quite literally the most useless transformation in the game, but it is used for 1 or 2 rooms, I think.
I see.
Yeah, it's useful for one room in particular, and that's literally so you don't have to deal with a single enemy.
Yeah.
Any percent doesn't even take it, but in the final level in the game, it makes one specific section about 10 times harder, so I just pick it up for insurance.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, this section is just a auto-scroller. You guys ever played Mario? That's like the auto-scrollers there. One cool thing about this auto-scroller, though, is you can get food for later. As you probably see, oranges.
It's a pretty small game, Joey.
Yeah, I think it's like this indie game made by who made it again?
I think it was Nintendo, wasn't it? Playing.
Oh, right. Crap. Yeah, did they make a bunch of decks for Berlatro?
I think so.
Yeah, they're like modded. Oh, it's Luigi's brother. Oh.
Wait, what?
Sorry, we're just joking about who's Mario.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, we're nearly done now. Just a couple more tight jumps. Generally, one thing you'll notice about Shantae speedruns is that it's more execution based than doing fancy tricks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of consistency. There's no crazy skips that skip like minutes, right?
Yeah.
No,
It's
just
all it's like Celeste, it's all micro optimizations.
I'm guessing this is the Calamaria of Shantae.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a
How
couple.
could you tell?
Oh, that's good RNG, that is.
So, this is the second boss, called Giga Mermaid, and she's a big mermaid. Almost
No
like
way.
a Giga Mermaid. So, in the first phase here, you'll see she's shackled up, and what you need to do is destroy her locks so you can free her from her pain.
Long exposure.
But we're not done yet.
Yeah. Now, she for some reason doesn't like you, so even though you freed her, she will fight you still.
Mm-hmm.
One really good reason to get the fireball here is, as you can see, usually you would have to climb up those platforms and hit her one hit at a time, but with the fireball you can just... unfortunately ran out of mana here, but... You would
Yeah,
usually be
unfortunately,
able
mana ran
to
out of mana.
finish...
Yeah, you'd usually be able to finish this boss a lot quicker.
Hmm.
But I missed 2 of my shots. It happens. I think this is like,
This is
yeah,
good.
literally
Yeah.
1 shot left.
Damn.
Unfortunate.
Long explosion.
And there's Mermaid
Yeah.
Falls. Could have been quicker, but we move.
She's no longer evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell because she has blue eyes. And also the way that he turned the women into mermaids, he just put a fish on their legs.
Alright, so anyways, we've got Crab Dance. This allows us to explore the water, not freely, we'll get to that soon. We only really
it
use
is, in
Crab
my
Dance for
opinion, the
one
cutest.
section. Yeah, it's very cute, but unfortunately it doesn't get much use.
We need a water level. So now after we did that, we can come by the magic bracelet. So what the magic bracelet does, it halves the use of mana. So running out of mana by using fireballs will no longer happen, essentially.
I see.
Realistically, in any casual playthrough, you'd want the magic bracelet before you fight Giga Mermaid. But if I didn't miss any of my shots, I wouldn't have needed it.
Yeah. So we gave the caramel from the chef to the child, who gave us bird seeds, who we gave the bird seeds to the bird, who shits out copper ore. Yeah, I don't know what this guy gives his bird. But now we can help Uncle. Well, there was a whole thing where, like, everyone lost their memories. So we talked to the mayor, and he gives us the map for the next section.
Hmm.
And we're gonna find out who made everyone lose their memories.
The quickest. This is the quickest time between any 2 levels. Unfortunately, this is my least favorite level in the game.
Ah.
Yeah, this is a desert level.
Who here likes wind mechanics?
Philosophers? Hmm?
Yeah. Well, in Celeste, it's actually like pretty fun to win because you can abuse it to be in your favor. In casual Celeste, it is annoying.
Hmm.
So one thing that is noteworthy, in my opinion, and most people don't hear, I didn't know that the first time, this song syncs up perfectly with Uptown Funk.
What? Is it like a random,
You know the song
like,
Uptown
I
Funk?
do know, but is it like a
Yeah,
random, like,
just a
intentional?
random.
Oh. Like, they didn't...
I don't think it's intentional.
Wow.
It's not in the same key, but it syncs up perfectly if you put them in the same key.
And this is where the wind cycles come in.
Yeah.
Fun.
I already missed. God damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna take this time to heal.
Yeah, I just played safe, honestly. We have these Rayman ass enemies. Which are like scourges.
Barely make it off to there.
That is tighter than it looks.
So yeah, we can just stay here. We're not making this final cycle, unfortunately. But we can just jump through, and here we go. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough money to get Super Pike Ball, which means that I do have to take the section a little bit slower.
Yes, this run is a lot of improvising when to buy what.
And we get to say hi to my new pet.
Yeah, this one's really cute.
In all seriousness, in casual play, this area is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Say hello to Wilbur, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, we didn't feed. I didn't feed Wilbur today, so he's a bit angry. He's gonna try and climb up to us to tell us about it.
Wilbur is usually a very, very magnificent individual. He beat me in chess. So this is just try not to mess up. And it will always seem like Wilbur is right behind us. But it is like when he gets closer he slows down, and when he gets further he speeds up. So it is more forgiving than it looks. Even though it doesn't look right now, because Yokai is kind of gaming. But yeah, this is just very easy to mess up.
Alright, that was decently clean. Had to use a couple of healing items. Not too bad. Alright, now for the hardest segment of this run. If any point you fall, you go right back to the beginning.
Yo, I love that.
This sucks.
This specific section has costed me runs that have actually gone further than world record pace.
Dang.
The music kind of slaps. Here, just go out of your way to get this urine. We need the money.
Yeah, we need all the money we can get. We need about 1,000 gems total. Like, probably even more.
Yeah.
There's also yeah, besides general safety, there is also another reason that I kill all of these archers, and that they have a very small chance to drop another max heal item. Usually it's unfortunate, like with RNG, it's only like a 5% chance. Coming up here, we also have one of my personal favorite skips. This is called Spiderless Heartholder. I figured this one out right when the speedrunning scene was first starting, when I was doing max %. Usually you're supposed to go out of your way to come back here and get with another transformation called Spider, so you can get that. But with the nice little cheese, we can get that without it.
Very cool.
Guys, whoever can guess what transformation Spider Dance turns you into is like genius.
I wonder.
I think it turns you into a fly.
Maybe. I was thinking more of a grasshopper.
Maybe bee? I don't know.
Perchance.
Yeah, unfortunately I didn't have time for this cycle there. But it allows us to do that, and we just go all the way across.
One thing that is very scary about this game, there is 0 coyote frames.
Which coyote frames are what again? Explain for the
Coyote
general
frames.
audience, please.
Apologies. I forget that not everyone are magnificent gamers. No, I'm joking. Coyote frames are named after the character Coyote from old cartoons, and they essentially mean having the time that you can jump. That's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
So coyote frames are frames that after you fall, you can still jump. Like the cartoons where, they stay in the air before they actually start dropping.
Hmm.
A lot of games have it to add leniency and make the game feel more fair.
Oh, this is actually going to be a really tough boss. Coming up to the third boss, we get to say hello to Wilbur again.
This time we forgot to feed him again.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're feeding him now.
Yeah, we're going to feed him meteors that he spits out.
Wait, hold.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing I just noticed. Wilbur kind of looks like a memory worm from Doctor Who. I'm not even gonna lie. Which erases their
That's
memories
ironic.
as
It's ironic you say that because the main plot of this chapter is that people's memories are going missing.
well. Yeah, that's why I pointed it out.
I actually didn't know that. I've never seen Doctor Who.
Yeah. It's used
What
in like
section is it in? I don't remember.
it's in the 11th Doctor's Christmas special and one of the 12th Doctor episodes.
Oh, I think I watched the 11th Doctor Christmas special.
Which one? He has like a couple.
I don't know. I think the one was with the aliens.
Okay. It's the snowman for those of you who are interested.
Yeah, Wilbur
Yeah,
doesn't have
sorry for
much
being
of a
so
good
super
shot.
specific. The Doctor Who episode with the aliens. Yeah, so this is essentially every time he spits out meteors, it's 50-50 whether the meteor spawns on your side or the opposite side. Optimally, you would obviously want it to be on your side. Unfortunately, so far Yoko, I lost 2 coin flips. You need probably at least 1 to get a record in this game.
Yeah, no. It is actually important to note that World Record does a skip that was actually patched out in version 1.2, where you can instantly skip 3 phases of this fight.
Bang.
Yeah, people no longer play this game, so it's not even a separate category. You guys like The Last of Us?
Is that a reference?
Yeah.
Okay, this
Very
should be it.
clean.
Yeah, one property that makes this fight a lot easier is that the eyeball spinning around can be hit by projectiles if it wasn't obvious.
Is it only projectiles or can?
Come on, can I at least get...
No. You
Oh.
can also
Oh, I didn't-
damage it with regular.
You can
hits.
damage it with your hair.
It is a lot harder though.
Also, I just got a 1 in 230 1 in 32 worse luck.
Yeah. 4 lost coin flips in a row is crazy.
I need the marathon luck to kick in.
Wait, four or 5? Because 2 to the power of 5 is then it's 116. Just a little
Oh,
bit
it's the one
big.
that's... Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I was confused.
It's fine, don't worry.
No, it's fine. You're just Asian. No, I'm fucking
Okay,
sorry.
bro.
Oh my god, you can't say that!
I will do a funny and
You
kick coming
can't
out,
say
but
that.
I don't think you can join me. Anyways, back to the run.
So here we have... Yeah, so getting back on track, we have just obtained elephants.
Yeah.
Elephant,
Elephant.
as you saw there, allows us to break walls.
Elephant is elephant. Pretty
Indeed.
Elephantastic.
Whoa.
Alright, so now we're on the hunt for a dark shard. Fortunately for us, I know someone who has one. There she is, we'll talk to her later. And this is why we need the gator stakes. We get a race
Fish and
ticket.
vinegar. So in this section of the game, we need 2 race tickets in order to get the dark shard, I think. Right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Because there is a race happening in Cape Crustacean.
It's like right downtown.
Yeah, I'll pretty much surely get the silky cream. Just to help things out a little bit. So what we're... Oh, hang on, no, I need to get Warp Dance. Okay, if there is any donations, now would be a good time to read them because we need to money grind a little bit.
Let me refresh the page. I do remember Gamer trying to donate, but something was wrong. I'm not sure if it's my end or his end. But there's no new donations yet.
Get donating, people.
Yeah.
If you want to see me
Luckily-
suffer, get donating.
I prepared beforehand. I saw this
Oh
coming.
god,
Okay.
don't
So-
do this.
Donald Trump finds a magic lamp.
No,
he
no,
rubs
you
it, and the
you can't
genie
say
comes out. No, not that one. Not that one.
No, you cannot say that.
What do you call a genie that loves to gamble?
What?
It's genie rich. Oh, fuck! I can't read that word. This is degenerate, but it's like genie. The genie red. The genie red. I must have.
Right, next joke.
Right. Genie, what's your first wish? Toby, I wish I was rich. Genie, granted. What's your second wish? Rich. I want a lot of money.
Oh.
His name became Genie.
Okay, that's a stupid joke, but I like that.
Yeah.
I cannot believe this is happening.
A man stumbles upon a magic lamp with the genie willing to grant him one wish. Man, I wish your name was Burger King. Genie, wait, what? Why? Man, it's for a joke, trust me. Genie, you'd waste a wish, something with the power to change the cosmos itself. For a joke? Man, yes. Burger King, have it your way.
Right, next joke.
Okay.
No, I'm nearly done. I'm nearly done.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on.
I cannot believe
You wanted donations?
I cannot believe you did that.
Did you want donations?
Someone
Because we got $20 from Gamertag. Good luck to all runners.
Yo!
And with that, our incentive is met. You'll be suffering.
Thank you so much, Gamer. I will.
Let's go.
Thank you, Gamer.
What a Chad.
If anyone
Alright, so
else.
now that we have 200, we can go grab another great addition to our roster, Warp Dance.
Yeah, Gamertag is just single-handedly destroyed the incentive. That's cool.
The rest of this run is dedicated for gamer attack.
So when do we start using the whiskey boots?
The risky boots will be after the any percent run.
Gotcha.
So now backtracking to this level again, in order to get a disease.
What?
We're not
That is
joking.
not we
Okay.
need to get a disease to give to the doctor.
Alright. Let's follow.
It'll make sense soon.
Yeah.
It'll all make sense. So this guy gives us the elephant stomp, and by that he also sends us off to this little side quest, where we have to use the elephant to destroy these things that shot fireballs at us earlier and destroy the flowers that give us remains.
Mhm.
We need 5 pieces of remains.
They're saying donations aren't appreciated, but they're greatly expected. Oh my god.
I don't make the rules. A bit of a...
Bit of a mess up there. One thing that's important to note is that for the most efficiency with the flower pots or the urns, if you use your monkey dash at the top, you won't magnetize them, but if you use it at the bottom, you will.
So you want to use them at the bottom, optimally.
As you can see here, got it down the bottom. They all come towards me.
Even if you transfer screens, which usually they don't.
Gonna have to be a little bit patient.
And one remaining.
What?
One remains remaining.
The final
Indeed.
remains.
Gonna take a
It
tiny,
remains
tiny
in the top
detour.
of the remaining tower
Damn it, I didn't grab those gems.
that
Oh, well.
holds all the 5 remaining that remain.
Oh, you can stop now.
Okay, that's enough. That's
Yeah. Okay. So that was 5, and we give the remains to this guy, and in return he gives us coronavirus.
And we have no remains remaining.
we do
Yeah.
not. Alright,
All
so
of the
we're just gonna...
remains have been remained.
So now that we have Elephant, we can come back to Mermaid Falls for a few things. First of all, we're going to need a monster egg so we can max out our health for the run. We're going to need a new transformation, and we're going to need the second race ticket. Oh wow, he didn't drop it. Okay, that's like a 1% chance.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Marathon like kicking in
I
at
can
the
get it
wrong
later.
time.
I can get it later, it's fine.
Okay.
It's actually bad RNG. So, what did I want to say? Fuck that.
Now we have the mermaid dance. But we're not going to see it just yet, because we can do something a little bit cheeky, and we can just walk to
Yeah.
the next section.
Nice. Very cool.
One important thing to note about Warp Dance is that you do not get a save point, so if you die after warping, that's it, you're back to before you warped.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to say something about Super Pokeball. So, Pokeball is the ability from earlier in Super Pokeballs to upgrade. It deals massive damage. But it can deal more.
And yeah, and the best part about it is it can be upgraded.
Yeah. Basically melts through bosses.
Oh, that's really hard to hit with the hair upgrade. Alright,
Talking
so...
to Grandma.
Go on.
No, you can go.
Talking to the Blobfish Mom gives us the Crab Claw. It allows us to do pretty bad damage with the crab, but it don't matter. Because it can also be useful to cut vines, and we need to go and save the blobfish mom's kids, because apparently she can't do it herself.
Dang.
No,
I've
no,
heard-
not
you
the
know-
kids, the kid.
No, I've heard stories of moms lifting cars to save their children. And we got this mom.
I mean, to be fair, it says you got a fifth of a blobfish kid.
Hmm.
So, like, I don't
Yeah,
know
for
what
some
this
reason-
mom does to her kid. Well, you need 5
Yeah.
parts of the kid.
Yeah, for some reason, instead of it saying that you gave blobfish kids, it says that you gave blobfish kid. And we need 5...
Maybe translation is true,
Probably.
but it's funny. We need 5
It's a funny-
blobfish parts to give 1 blobfish kid.
Sorry about that. I'm back. This is a timer. Like a lot of the people in my house will like be going around, so I have to be briefly BRBing a lot of time.
Fine, don't worry.
No worries.
Alright, and there's all the blobfish kids pieces.
Did you know the blobfish actually doesn't look like that? It's actually because of the pressure of being so like deep underwater that their face is smushed.
That is correct.
Oh, like when you
Fun
stay in
fact
the
of the
water
day.
for a long time and you get like grandma fingers?
Kind of and kind of not. Actually, it's for an entirely different reason. Because you know, all the water above you is gonna it's very heavy and very deep down where the blobfish live.
Yeah.
Guys, who likes counting? Because we've got to count up 3 open water pools. There's 1.
Any first graders in the chat?
No, no. There's 2.
It would
We're
be
gonna
the
double back.
prime time to practice for your math test.
Whoa.
It would. And it should just be down here. Awesome. Alright, now we finally get to see the mermaid's debut. One important thing to note about the mermaid is they move slower vertically than every other direction for some weird reason. We talk to the
Yeah.
adventure man, and he gives us the Vorpal Blade.
Nice.
Now we
That's
go
not gonna
kill
be
the Ender
useful
Dragon.
until- Yeah, that's not going to be useful until the very end of the game.
It's not actually a blade you can use. It's an item. Oh. So sad.
Now, chat, I know it was horrible before. Oh, goddammit. But we gotta do more gem grinding. We got a lot more to do this time. Because we need to get our final upgrades for the run. And that requires 385 gems.
Mark, do you have any
This
jokes
is-
prepared?
What'd you say?
No,
Do you have any
we're not
jokes
doing
prepared?
that again. We're not doing that again. Just catch
Uh.
up on the script in this time.
Maybe you can explain a bit about the donations. Who are we donating to?
Ah.
Yeah,
Alright. So,
what are
so-
we donating to?
we're donating to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and there's actually a bit of a story behind why we're donating to them. A while ago, Loser, or Lewis, his username is Loser, that's why I call him Loser, found a channel called Game On Brave On, and it was a father and a son's YouTube channel, gaming YouTube channel, where this father, where the son has cystic fibrosis, and they're basically using that channel as like a fun way to like raise awareness and stuff. And I was so touched by their like content and like their reason for the channel being there. I was like, okay, we have to make this charity event. We have to make this series GoFF about them. And that's how this entire event happened actually.
Oh, Beautiful.
So yeah, make sure you stick around because I've heard the Game on Breathe On is actually going to be doing a Cuphead skill showcase.
Indeed, they are.
Yeah. Right after the Ender Lilies run. After this.
Yo. The Shander release one, I'm very excited.
Yeah. You're like a super fan.
Yep. Yeah, it's back to the run. Are we still grinding?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright,
we are.
never mind then.
But we're nearly there. Nearly there. Though. I can fit in what I'm doing. So, as Temmie said before, the Super Pike Ball is the best damage dealer in the game, and it can be upgraded yet at a cost of a much higher mana usage. The little green bar there.
Mhm.
It goes from around 9 DPS all the way up to 25.
Huh.
So
It
what
is
I am
incredible.
is I am grinding up money, so not only I can buy the upgrade, but I can also buy the Mega Potions to sustain that. Mega Potions give you a full heal and full mana every time you use them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just for reference, for those who numbers don't mean anything to them in this game, which is probably most of the people watching, the maxed out whip, that is like the main attack, if you max that out and stand in close range, you will deal about 20 DPS. Probably a bit less, actually.
Hmm.
So, especially with something like this, where you don't even have to be that close, and you can also attack while dodging, it is ridiculous.
I see.
You'll be seeing how ridiculous in a bit.
So we have to talk to Uncle, we give him the Dark Shard, and he gives us the map to the Cape Crustacean, so we can go be a part of the race actually.
Nice.
Yeah. You guys ever seen Aladdin?
No.
Yeah, being
No,
on
just
theme
kidding.
with genies, we are participating in a carpet race.
Nice. Very cool stuff.
I found a genie in a bottle who granted me 3 wishes.
No.
Being
Oh, I actually want to hear this one. Go
No, I'm
ahead.
not doing that. Oh, you want to hear this one? Okay. So, I found a genie in a bottle who granted me 3 wishes. Being selfless, I wished for world peace, reduced pollution, and less traffic. Should have read the terms and conditions, my bad.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that one either.
No, it's like, so you know how Genie has stipulations, so like, I can grant any wish except wishing someone back to life and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those 3 things were part of their personal stipulations.
Oh. So I have to be smart to understand this joke.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. It's fine. We're
Anyways,
here.
this is another auto-scroller. This game likes to do them. If we was playing the hero mode version, which is kind of like an NG Plus version, this would be entirely free, but since we're not, we do actually have to do a little bit of platforming.
Oh man. You guys ever played Mario? Is that in the game?
So yeah, I brought this up with Temmie a while back. This level reminds me of that one Super Mario Bros. Wii level, Parabeetle Parade. If you know, you know.
I don't. Fun fact about me, I've never played a Nintendo game in my life.
Lucky. So anyways, here's Twitch and Vinegar from before.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not very prone to living, let's just say.
Usually this would be quite the difficult boss.
And she's gone.
What?
Oh, hang on a minute.
Oh,
I
that
wasn't watching
unfortunate.
my health. That's my bad.
Hopefully I made a checkpoint right here, right?
No.
Oh, yeah, we did the whole...
Okay, so who likes auto scrollers?
Yeah!
Yeah. What's an all scroller
I
again?
love Shantae.
What's that?
An auto scroller is a level that moves by its own, and you cannot make it faster in any way.
Hmm.
That was really
Nice.
unfortunate. I've never died like that before.
A genie? No. No.
No, that's not gonna be what this run is known for.
Right.
A genie walks into a bar.
Oh no. Alright, so once upon a time in the lower land of Pomeria, there lived a wise shepherd's boy. The shepherd's boy was so wise that even the king of Pomeria heard about his wisdom, and the king decided to visit the shepherd's boy and give him 3 questions. And the king said, "If you can answer my questions 3, I will have you as my heir, and you will rule over this kingdom once I die." The first question the king asked was, "How many stars are there in the sky?" The wise shepherd's boy answered, asked the king to bring a piece of paper, a very large piece of paper, and a brush with ink. The king did exactly that, and the wise shepherd's boy started painting little dots on the paper, and he painted and painted and painted until the paper was completely covered in ink. And then the wise shepherd's boy said, "Your Majesty, there are as many stars in the sky as there are ink droplets on this paper." The king then asked the second question. "How many droplets of water are there in all the oceans in the world?" The wise shepherd's boy answered, "Your Majesty, if you could collect all the oceans in the world in one place, I will personally count all the water droplets and tell you myself." The king, impressed by his wisdom, asked one final question. "How many seconds of time are there in eternity?" The shepherd's boy said, "Your Majesty, in Lower Pomeria, there is a mountain of pure diamond. It takes an hour to climb it and an hour to go around it. And every 100 years, a little bird comes to sharpen its beak on the diamond mountain. And when the entire mountain is chiseled away, the first second of eternity will have passed." The king, impressed by the shepherd's boy's wisdom, made him his heir. And we're done with the all-scroller.
Yay! I was waiting for the punchline, but it was just a story.
Yeah. We are done with the all-scroller, right?
Yeah.
And the boss. Yeah, I kinda...
I thought maybe it was like a switch on the story.
No, it's the exact same story every time.
Great story.
Anyway, so now we're in the airship. This is technically an auto-scroller. There is ways and means around making everything go faster, but generally these airships will come and go at a set speed.
So once upon a time...
No.
I don't even have any more stories. That's the one story I know.
You guys ever heard the story about the god of music? Orpheus?
Huh?
This isn't a story time.
No, that's for the next grinding session.
Oh, well, there is no more grinding sessions.
I'm trying to think, is there any more auto scrollers? No. God damn it, yeah. It's too late.
Yeah.
Actually, there's one. There's one.
Yeah, there's one, but
Kind
I will
of.
need to focus for it, so...
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Welcome to the second room in which Bat is useful. There is only one more of those in this entire run.
No way.
The bat carry. Real.
Ooh, that's bad.
It's almost like Pea Shooter in Cuphead.
Cuphead, what's that?
Only in beginner speedrunners. I could never use Lobber. I don't know what Cuphead is. I haven't played it.
Anyways,
Yeah, sorry I've been so quiet. I'll just
Okay.
kind of lock in.
No worries, no worries.
If you hit one of these
that's fine.
lasers, it does the same thing as falling, where you would immediately just go back to the start of the room.
Lovely.
Yes, a lot of this game is just way too punishing for what it is.
Yeah, I'm hoping to leave the airship with as much mana and health as possible.
So yokai ish got hit.
That damage tank is kind of required.
Ah, okay. So are we looking good on health? Is it like good?
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Gotcha.
Those chain jumps are harder than it looks specifically on, because you need to also be holding up whilst on the chains.
Also,
grab
you said
them.
specifically what? You cut out? I think on my side.
You need to hold up
No, like,
specifically on those chains.
You said those changes are hard specifically on, and then you cut out.
Oh, on controller.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, on keyboard
Alright,
you can just hold a few buttons.
So here we have the second boss of this chapter. The only chapter to have two bosses. And normally, casually, he's pretty difficult. Like, he has all of his minions. But fortunately for us, Scimitar is a little broken.
Yeah, this is the best showcase of just how strong Scimitar is. Usually this boss has 4 phases. Scimitar lets you skip every single one of them.
And there we go. That's the fight.
Would you like a donation?
If possible, yeah. Any donation is also always
Right.
welcome.
We get a donation from Radionics for a good cause. Bracket and in the games bracket. Amount $50.
Whoa!
Oh, damn!
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Alright, the incentive has been utterly destroyed, shattered, and burnt to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have enough for the next 3 runners' incentives at this point.
We're gonna incentivize you to donate more, so we're gonna reset the incentive.
Right, so I was talking about the bat being the most useless transformation. I'm kind of a hater. It's mouse. It's only useful in one area in the game.
Dang.
I like the idea of the mouse. The concept is really cool. Basically, you can go back to previous levels and you can see how the developers thought of it. You can go inside the blocks and there was a whole other level inside the level.
Yeah, it is very well made.
Imagine being this mouse hater.
I mean, she does play controller.
I get it.
Alright. So, since I had to take a little bit more damage, I am just going to buy a couple more Mega Potions. And thankfully, for the final time, we get to go to Mermaid Falls.
Nice.
Actually, no, we don't. I forgot something very important.
Oh.
I'm glad I remembered that. So, if you remember earlier in the run, we got sick. Temmie mentioned a doctor. It's finally time to go see that doctor.
Oh.
And it gives us a lollipop. Now, I will donate £5 if any of you can guess where we take this lollipop. Or specifically, who we take it to.
Oh no. Timmy, can you guess?
Who? I mean, I know.
Oh. But I wanted to make this joke. Doctor Who.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
I don't know. He really doesn't have a name, does he?
He doesn't.
Doctor Who? Yeah, so if anyone in chat can guess. It would be
Alright, second
crazy.
try. Come on. Yay! There we go. We got the monster egg.
Nice.
Let's go.
Damn it.
Here we can see the mouse mechanic coming into action. So now these
Ooh,
platforms, you can go through them.
Mm.
It is very cool.
Yeah, the concept around mouse is absolutely incredible, but it's very rarely used.
Yeah, it's using like 3 points in the game, I think, for 100%. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that sucks. That's some time loss.
Ooh.
That is a huge amount. That's a huge amount of time loss. Oh my god.
Unfortunate.
Come on, I gotta get back there. Oh my god. I'm in a fail loop right now.
It's fine. Take it slow. Actually, you can't do that.
I died.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's fine. This is why you have an hour and 15 cent estimate.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to have to use up all of my estimate, but you know what? It might be happening.
Alright, but the thing is, we're like 30 minutes ahead of schedule, so it might be a good thing.
Yeah, Richard is like the true MVP of this run.
Yeah, like, holy crap. Richard went crazy.
Yeah. I think, yeah, in RT, I think he like almost, I think he might be third place in RT, not RT, IGT. Yeah, crazy.
Oh my god. Just casually drops that.
But yeah.
Let's try that again, shall we?
Yeah. So one thing that, like, the reason that happened is if you tap right, it does like a Pac-Man type thing where it moves until you can't move anymore. But if you hold right, it will get you out of those holes.
Tactical damage boost, love to see it. Another
Another
one.
damage boost, you'll have to see it. Yeah, I was about to say.
Is that just me, Tim?
If you guess that we give the lollipop to a wizard, good job.
Wow. No one guessed. Also, tell me, was this screen lagging for just me or is you as well?
No,
Oh,
it was
no, it's
lagging
not
for me as
happening
well.
now.
Okay. That's kind of relieving in a
No,
weird way.
it kind of fixed itself.
Yeah. That's why it means that there's nothing on my side.
Yeah.
My VTube Studio cam is frozen. God damn it.
You want me to turn it off temporarily?
Oh, there we go. There.
Oh, okay.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. It fixed itself. So yeah, we got our last heart holder. And we gotta go talk to Uncle about the light shard.
Grunkle Stan. Yippee.
Yeah, sorry about the screen share freezing. I've had a couple of Wi-Fi issues recently.
No worries.
More grinding. So remember,
No, I'm
No.
only getting 60. I'm only getting 60 because yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm feeling the pressure. I'm definitely gonna need extra healing.
Would you like a donation?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Alright, so our donation goal was at 91.9, and Lewis donates $8.1, making it exactly $100, making it around $100 raised for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. That's his
Let's
message.
go.
Keep it up, guys.
Thank you so much, Lewis.
And
But guys,
with that
let's
being,
smash that goal.
yeah, with
Let's
that
see if
being
we can
said,
get to 300.
maybe. For the OGs, actually, the first year of GoFF, we raised $291, which is the most we've raised in our years prior, which there was only two, to be fair. But we've already smashed through a third of that in the second run.
Yeah.
So just
we have
saying.
a few runs to go.
Yeah, we have a few runs to go. Alright, so hopefully I can play a little bit better than what we just saw. I apologize. This is Hypnobaron's castle. Usually it's a maze. Thankfully, the route is very linear, it's very handcrafted.
Very code crafted.
Damn it. See those chain jumps? They're really difficult to pull off.
Usually you just take your time, but in speedruns you don't have time.
And that's Hypnobaron's castle.
Yeah, that is
Unfortunately,
probably the
he does have a
fastest
giant-
structure.
Unfortunately, he does have a giant courtyard that we can't really avoid.
Hmm.
And more cycles!
Yippee.
Oh, that's a 1% chance.
Oh god.
Oh, nice.
We have two, so we have a 1% chance to happen.
Yeah, one of which was bad luck, the other of which is
Good.
good luck, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, like, an orange gives you 1 heart. There's stuff that gives you max health and mana.
Hmm.
So you don't really need it. It's just funny.
Nice little damage tank, and we can continue on with the cycles.
Guys, I heard if you donate, a genie will come.
Well,
And it'll grant you a wish. But it has to be donation oriented.
Speaking of wishes, no.
I mean, I swear to God.
I'll stop.
but I don't think you should spoil that, but sure. Oh, okay. Okay. We got an anonymous $20 donation with no message, and it's apparently Blood. Blood, do you wanna say a message that we read out loud?
Blood on his way to write the Lacrimosa and send it.
But alright, but this event has already been a blast, and we're like, how long are we through?
4.5 hours, something like that.
Out of
Since the
20
beginning of the
hours.
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have my personal favorite boss, Squid Baron. He just wants
This
merchandise.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's kind of whack, so we need to tell him about it.
His entire villain arc is wanting merchandise. That is real.
Dang.
If you read the story, you will realize that one.
Alright.
Yeah,
The
but
story is
unfortunately,
fantastic.
yeah, the story is incredible. Again, I can't stress enough, if you haven't already, play this game.
Alright, but Blood does have a message that he wants to say. I want to shout out both the organizers and runners of this event. Good luck to Yokai and all the runners to come. Thank you very much. Much
Thank you very
appreciated.
much.
Yes.
Alright, so see Hypnobaron in the back there. He's gonna join in. He's gonna try and help Squid Baron get his merchandise.
Oh,
One thing about this boss, there's actually 2 different bosses that you fight here. Kind of similar to Twitch and Vinegar. And depending on which one you kill first, their second phase will be much different. So if you kill Hypnobaron, which is a mage, first, the second phase will be an enraged Squid Baron, and it'll be very difficult. So that is why you focus Squid Baron first, to make the second phase more feasible.
And then Squid Baron. And you see Hypno Baron, he just becomes a lot faster. Doesn't necessarily matter, we can just chase him down. And there we go, that's the fight.
Nice.
That went, considering the run so far, that's probably my best fight so far.
Animal Baron wasn't bad.
I mean, yeah, no, Ammo Baron was actually pretty quick. Anyways. A lot of explosions. Squid Baron's not going to be happy about that, but he'll come to our slumber party later. Yes, that is a real thing that happens.
Oh.
That is if you beat the game and played on the other game modes. There's a game mode called Pajama Mode,
That's cool.
where you play
And
as
we get
Shantae.
the best transformation in the game, the Harpy. But there is a few stipulations with Harpy. Do you want to explain,
Yeah.
Temmie?
Sure. So, to explain it simply, the Harpy is very difficult to control. The Harpy has the properties of a slippery Flappy Bird.
Okay.
That is not something a lot of people expect to hear when seeing this game. Yeah. So, essentially, like, the physics are like Flappy Bird, and the movement just feels like ice. It's really difficult to control, way harder than it looks. It is kind of ridiculously good, though, in
Yeah,
traversing.
because it grants you infinite flight.
Yeah. As long as you can get there, you can fly wherever you want.
Yeah, for the last time, I'm just going to grind up to 60 gems, just for pure security. And we're about ready to finish the run. We only have 2 re-entries and 1 final stage to go.
Yay.
Mermaid
one
Bubble
thing-
definitely signifies endgame.
Yeah, Mermaid Bubble is great. I was about to say, one thing about the speedrun.com of this game, so it's kind of weird. If you die once, you have to use RTA, but if you have 0 deaths and 0 like reloads, you can use IGT. It's kind of weird. So essentially, if you, well, obviously, like it would be like that, but if you die a single time, you cannot get the world record, even if you played perfectly.
I see. I wonder why they made that rule. Yeah, that's a pretty strange rule, but who am I to judge, like, decisions?
It's because of the saving mechanics, unknowingly to the devs, if you die, it will rewind the time as well.
Ah.
Yeah. It's basically like Alt-F4ing and reopening the game when you saved it there. So it's not like a global timer, it's just a save timer.
Yeah, we can see the properties of Harpy, and if you can time it right, it is just infinite flight. Get the zombie hamster, and we're going to go back to Tasseltown one more time, so we can get the iron slab.
You might be asking yourself, why are we getting the zombie hamster? Well, Uncle wants an energy source for his dynamo. So what do? Get a hamster. But hamsters get tired. So what do? Get a zombie hamster. Slavery. Yes.
Yes.
He is kind of
GoFF
happy that he
approved.
gets the home.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully not.
Gamer Tag is asking, hi guys, how's the runs been? And
Yeah,
this is great commenter.
The run... yeah. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
It's been pretty scuffed, actually, the commentary.
Yeah. You want to hear a genie joke, gamer?
No!
Yeah, I've been just saying genie jokes in the loading times and the groaning. Yeah, okay.
Final story item of the game right here.
The iron slab.
Wow.
Yippee.
Alright, so we're just gonna go take these two to Uncle. And Shantae is gonna turn evil. If you read the story, there is a big explanation for this. But we just get the Risky's hideout map, and we're back to normal.
And also, the machine is gone. Risky came in and stole the machine. If you want to know why, you got to play this game.
Exactly. Alright, so final level in the game. But don't let it deceive you. This is not easy in the slightest.
Yeah, this is essentially a gauntlet.
Alright, so how much of the run do you think there's left?
About
I forget to estimate how long Risky's hideout usually takes me.
Oh, well, I was
probably
going.
15 minutes, but
Okay, well, I was just gonna say, if you're
Yeah,
close to the end, just tell me when to stop the timer.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You'll see, you'll see.
Gotcha.
So, do you want to explain the
So-
section I'm in now, Temmie?
Yeah, sure. So this is called the Mermaid Trial, and this is the single reason why doing this game hitless is one of the hardest challenges you can do in this game.
Hmm.
In a lot of games, actually. It is really difficult. Yokai is one of, like, 3 people who did it hitless.
One of 5
This
people.
section alone. 5 people, yeah. Sorry. So, you'll see soon why. And also the little jellyfish are now our friends. Not jellyfish, starfish are now our
Starfish.
friends. But when you're the mermaid transformation, they just kind of friend you.
Hmm.
So these enemies are the single reason why doing this hitless is difficult. They shoot these bullets at home on your vertical position.
Yeah, the main goal of any speedrun is just to get through this section with full health.
Hmm.
Luckily
So it's
you
incentivized that you get a lot of health, but it is incentivized that you try and no-hit. World record doesn't no-hit this game, or doesn't no-hit this section.
It is an auto-scroller, so you don't really have to, but it is recommended.
Alright, coming up to the end now. Pretty decent. Around 3 hits.
The music goes hard. The guitar solo.
Yeah, at this point we're just kind of hoping for more hearts from these fish, and that was really... Oh! Okay, not horrible. That could have been worse.
It can always be worse.
Alright, so fortunately for the run, I would consider this my best chapter. I have put so much practice into this during when the speedrunning scene first blossomed,
Hmm.
and I actually held the world record for max percent.
Very cool.
Once again, just showing off a little bit of the Scimitar's power. That's a mini boss down. And this is the sole reason why I have Bat.
Yeah, you can technically fit in that gap with a harpy, but it is so difficult.
Hmm.
I'd argue it's about as precise as doing a demo dash in Celeste, if you know.
A manual demo.
Manual
Demo dash. A manual demo and a demo dash is basically the same when you know what you're doing. Demo dash is a pixel perfect trick
Hmm. I see.
with 3 pixels of safety. It's
This
kind of
is a
weird.
hard green. Nice. Never usually get that. Right, just in case, I am gonna heal before I come through here. Just in case I die.
I want to see everyone in chat guess how much phases the final boss has.
5.
Sorry. 5? Okay, that's a guess.
Anyone else?
We'll see. We have a bit.
One thing that's funny about Harpy is that there is no skybox by technicality, so you can fly. Eventually there is a limit, but you can just fly off screen and it helps avoid some of these things. You notice how the platforms that I'm dodging are covered in spikes. If at any point I touch one of those spikes, I get sent right back to the beginning of the room.
Yeah, this section sucks. First time playing this took me half an hour.
Oh god.
Yeah, it is very easy to mess up.
I think that's it.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
So we can just spam A over here, and we can run through, and we're on to the final boss.
Nice.
That section is way harder than it looks. I will have to lock in though, so Temmie, if you want to take over with commentary fully.
Sure. So, what's going on here is we have Risky Boots. Risky Boots is the person from earlier, if you remember, who was evil and made the part omni-organic, partially titanic, ocean-optional Tinker Slug. So, one really nice thing about this boss is she always does the exact same moveset in the exact same order. There is a little bit of RNG in where and when she does it, but she does the exact same moves in the exact same order all the time.
Hmm.
And she had a lot of HP, like, holy crap. Here you would usually have to wait, but Scimitar being Scimitar again.
Very cool.
I had to take a heal there because if I were to be hit by one of the bombs she throws out, it would have insta-killed me.
Yeah. One-shots are not awesome.
And there we go.
Nice. No way,
No,
final boss is over.
I am
Wow.
gonna mute. I am gonna mute.
Alright.
It is not over. Don't stop the time.
Yeah.
Take your brain. So this one is actually really cool. So if you can see, the ears of the massive robot are like gears, like cogs. And you are standing on a gear. And you have to run in the direction to spin his ear to open up the things on the ground to release his cog.
Hmm.
And you have to do that for both of his ears. It's actually a really cool concept. Very nice. That was kind of tight. So that is this phase. Usually it would take longer, but thanks to Scimitar, he could just keep running.
Mm.
And now, on to the next phase, where this is the hardest phase, probably.
Mhm.
So, you see now he has this red shield, and you have these minions. So, when you kill the minions, you get these dark orbs, and when you attack them with your whip, they shoot at the boss. Now,
Mhm.
if the orb hits the red shield, it deals 0 damage, and you have to wait until you can hit him again.
Mm.
So you have to tightly time the attacks between the gap.
Oh wow.
And you need to hit 10 hits of this.
Oh god.
Even Record misses some of them. It is absurd. Like, it is not forgiving.
Okay.
And you can insta-kill them before the shield comes up if you can deal enough damage to kill them within 3 frames when they spawn. It is kind of tight, but usually Yoga gets it. Very nice. Oh, that was so close. Yeah, see, like that should have hit probably, but it's so unforgiving. Thankfully, you get freebies every once in a while.
Hmm.
Not for a long time, though. There we go. I think this is the last one. Oh. Yes, okay, it was the last one. Nice.
Jesus Christ, dude. That was so slow.
So, no one said 3, everyone loses. This is the final phase. Now, not time just yet. There's one more section, which is an
Okay.
auto-scroller.
Mm.
Yeah, because people forget that we are inside of an active volcano.
Yeah. If the game just ended there, it would have been kind of funny, honestly.
One thing that, since we hit the incentive, one thing that we'll get to show off a bit later is that you have infinite mana in this section.
Oh.
So it just allows us to use our triple fireball to make some of this platforming a little bit easier to make sure that I don't fall off.
Yeah, if you fall here, like every other section in the game, you have to start the section all over again.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful. Not the boss, though, just the section.
Yeah, thankfully they were forgiving in that aspect.
Wait, so was that 3 phases?
Yeah, 3
Yeah, 3
Uh,
phases. Time when the screen goes fully white.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Just call it out.
Time.
Yeah.
And 132.51.
Nice.
Round of applause for Yokai and Temmie. They held up a great show.
Wait, let me unnoise suppression.
Oh god. Yeah,
Without-
GG's. That was a fun
Thank
one.
you, thank you.
That was fun, and I won't say that was the next part. But yeah, GG's.
Alright, so don't switch off yet. My time still isn't over. As previously stated, we absolutely destroyed practically every single incentive that we planned. So congrats on that one, chat. First thing. But yeah, you get to see me struggle on a much harder version of the final fight, if that final fight wasn't already difficult enough.
Lovely.
Yeah, I just got to get through a lot of talk scene right now. There's no way to skip this, unfortunately.
Dang.
Yeah. Now the best cutscene in the game. I find this hilarious.
Yeah, so I don't know why, but with the combination of the music and the fact that you can make the text scroll faster for the credits, I don't know why this is funny. It just is. Not sure if my humor's broken because of it.
It's probably just me. I found it funny, and then I told Yokai, and then now she finds it kind of funny. I don't know.
Mildred. Don't worry, I'm not done yet. We still have the incentive to do.
Yep.
Alright. 115 IGT, that's not horrible.
Well.
That's just the speedrunning. That's just the speedrunning background. We don't need to worry about that.
Shantae, Half-Genie hero.
Alright, so I already have a pre-prepared save.
I'm ready.
Let's not waste any time. Let's go straight into Risky Boots hardcore mode.
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna very quickly show off. As you can see, I've got a lot more health. I have got max upgrades, and I have the max mega potions. In hardcore mode, it can only stack up to 6, but I just can't be bothered to come back and do all of this stuff to get the 6th one. But yeah, so I want to know, I take half damage, my magic is reduced, my magic consumption is reduced by half. Where is it? Yeah, I've got the scimitar.
Bunch of spells.
I've got the magical tiara, which passively regenerates my mana. So I am as prepared as I can possibly be for this.
Keep it in mind, all damage taken is halved.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute for this. This is
Risky boots.
So, this is about the same fight, just way less forgiving.
Oh no.
All the attacks are faster, and this slash, if you accidentally get hit by it, it deals 8 hearts. 4 hearts, but with the half damage, but 8 hearts usually. It is ridiculous.
Fun.
Definitely. You know, if you're like 50 minutes ahead of the timer, I can do a Celeste run, I don't mind.
Wait, what? What was the Can you tell us? Can you tell me what was the
Technically... Okay. I'll tell you... I'll DM you, wait.
Okay. I won't like say it publicly then.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat.
Alright.
Also, I wanted to make this point a while ago. Using the item use in the middle of like a boss fight or like a very intense situation kind of reminds me of Resident Evil. Where like just plop an herb in the
Oh, really?
middle of something. Yeah.
Haven't actually played that game. Is it like pausing the entire game and you eat casually? And
I actually
Yeah,
haven't
I guess
played
that is
Resident
kinda
Evil
simple.
either. I just watched it a lot. Because
I know.
the marathon went to.
Yeah.
Alright, but Yokai seems to be doing pretty good, if I say so myself.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Keep it in mind, there are 2 more phases.
Yep.
Thankfully, the second one is not that bad. Yeah, so here they go much faster, so you can no longer 2-cycle every year. Beforehand, you only needed 2 times of spinning. Now you need 3.
Damn. Damn.
It sucks, I know. Bad game.
A fun fact, we actually almost have 50 minutes to spare if you're trying to be on schedule, by the way.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I guess
so
the runners have
Yokai,
just been gaming.
yeah, Yokai's been doing pretty well despite the mistakes. Richard didn't only had 1 major mistake.
What was the mistake?
Who? Well, I'm assuming Hazelness, right?
Yeah.
He died in Coliseum too, I think. I think it was Coliseum
Oh,
too.
yeah, I saw that. I think it was Colo 3.
Was it? I don't remember. Yeah,
I haven't played that game in like years.
I don't know, man. Let's let Yokai lock in, actually.
Yeah.
We're yapping too much.
So now onto the final phase, and this is actually the only reason this boss is difficult. So everything is much harder. You, I think, no longer get freebies. So you have to work for every single one of them.
Oh god.
And you can no longer do the trick where you insta-kill them when they spawn, because they have more HP. So it is impossible, even you're a test. Even if you're a test, sorry. I think it's still just 10 hits, but 10 hits is a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was half the heart. Yeah. Started a bit rough, but now she got the hang of it. It's like a rhythm. Except the time signature changes. Time signature, tempo. Throw in every musical term you know. Quintuplets.
That was wild.
GG.
That's the best I've ever
Insane.
done that. That's the best I've ever done that.
Yeah, after the first two misses in the final phase, you kind of gamed.
GG. That was it. That was a clear. That was a great clear. Yeah.
So that's
that was,
Shantae.
yeah, that was incredible.
Okay, let me be completely
Alright,
honest.
so-
Anyway,
I'm gonna be completely honest. I was.
If you
Oh,
remember,
sorry.
sorry, if you remember before, this is just final thing. If you remember before, I said that this section you have infinite mana. It allows you to just, it allows you to do this.
Cool.
no, she's not gonna drop ever.
Also, I was gonna say, I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
so-
be completely honest. I was hoping you'd take a little longer because we're so ahead of schedule. It's actually kind of becoming a problem.
Oh. Temmie, do you want to boot up Celeste real quick?
Yeah, that's what I said when you were different. I think you were.
But yeah. Then what's your RTA?
RTA.
yeah.
45.
45. We should be a little
45
behind.
if I play badly.
If it should be a little bit behind schedule, then, but being a tiny bit behind is better than being way ahead.
Okay. So should I boot up Celeste?
Yes.
So I'll be right back. I need to get water as well.
Gotcha.
And if we had the timer going, this would have been time now.
Mmm.
Thank you for letting me. Thank you for. Can they stop doing that? Thank you for letting me do this.
No problem.
Especially after last year's performance. Thank
No,
you.
it's completely fine. It's not in the past. 2024 was a bit of a sour year for all of us, I think. But yeah. Let me just add Temmie to the schedule real quick. A lot of improvisation
Yeah.
that we do, that I'm doing, but honestly, that's all experience about. Sometimes, well, not all, but you know.
Alright, and unfortunately for you, chat, you're going to be stuck with me for a bit longer since we're so in front of schedule. Because I'm Temmie's co-commentator.
Yeah. Alright, so we actually, yeah, we have 43 minutes to spare, yeah. Oh, by the way, is this all? Can we wrap
Yeah,
up for now?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going through the talk scene.
Gotcha. And thank you all so much for watching. I'll be right back, so don't switch off. But yeah, GG, see you okay. Thanks to Temmie for commentating, and yeah, I'll be right back.